Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. My first day as a beekeeper. Wish me luck. I'm going to install a package of bees. You can see right here, thousands of bees in that box. And I've never done this before, but we're gonna do our best. So I've taken some of the frames out of the box already to make some room. These are the frames where the bees will end up laying their eggs, and then eventually in a month or two we'll put another smaller one of these boxes on top, and they'll make the honey in there in that next box. So for now, all we're trying to do is install these things, and I'm just gonna do the best I can based on one full day lesson and watching a couple videos. This is sugar water, and it's unbelievable the amount of sugar. Actually 20 pounds of sugar in 2 gallons of water, if you can imagine. And you spray it on the bees. Just at this point it tends to make them even more docile, and they actually stick together a little bit, literally, and it makes it a little easier to install them without them flying around and you know, wanting to fly away, because it's basically food. So I'm just gonna get them a little bit wet, and you can see how many. I think there's supposed to be something like 10,000 bees in there, but it's a lot, whatever it is. So there's that. Next thing we do is I got to take this can out. This thing's called a Hive Tool, special beekeeping tool. This can, this is what they were packed with when they were driven here from, I think they came from Missouri. So I got to try to pry this thing out. Almost got it. Almost got it. Almost got it. And as soon as I take the can out, I want to cover the hole so the bees don't get out. And there'll probably be some bees on the can based on what I've seen in videos. And I don't want that too much. And I cover the can. So you can see there's some bees there. And I'm not sure if it's worth trying to get them off. I might just leave them here for now, and they'll find their way to the hive in a moment, hopefully. Next thing I gotta do, I think, so you see this little metal tab right here. This is holding a little box that's a little cage that has the queen in it. So my goal now is to extricate this box without letting too many bees out. Well, I'm sure some are going to get out, because there will be some on the box, because they are now sort of acquainted with the queen, and they're trying to feed the queen. And you can see the bees are flying around now, and I'm not wearing gloves. I think I'll be fine. And what I'm supposed to do at this point is just make sure the queen is alive and well and kind of moving around and doing stuff. And I don't know if you can get a good shot inside there, but you can indeed see the little queen bee. It's a baby queen bee.
What's her name?
Moving around. I don't know. These are Italian bees, so we're gonna probably have to come up with an Italian name for her. But these bees there that are on the outside of the cage are feeding her. So she seems to be doing fine. There's a little cork there that you can see in the bottom. And after a couple of days, I'm gonna hang this box inside that whole beehive for a couple of days. And then a couple of days later, I come back out and take the queen bee out, mark the back of her with a paint marker. It'll be a yellow dot because this is a year ending in 2. They're year codes. And then put the queen bee back in, and then it'll start doing its thing. So right now, I just need to put the queen bee aside for a minute. And I think I'll just try to gently put it down here, like that. And now I've made some room inside this big box. So you can see I've got room there to dump these bees in. And I'm gonna give the sides of this just a little bit of a spray of sugar so that there's some sense in there of a little bit of food. I'm not gonna do much though. And then this should be the exciting part. So first I'm just gonna slide these even a little more out of the way. And at this point, my goal is gonna be to turn this box over, take the wood off, turn the box over, and dump it in, including shaking out bees. So we start, again, like I said, I'm not an expert here. So there's 3 different main kinds of bees. There's the queen, there's only one. There's the worker bee, that's the vast majority of them. And then there are the drone bees that are the males, and this is one right here. And you can tell because he's bigger, his body's more kind of black. He's got very, very big eyes. And the only use of these bees is to fertilize queens. Queens will fly, they'll do this once in their lives. They'll fly out, they'll meet up with a whole bunch of drones, and they'll store enough material from the drones to fertilize eggs for the rest of their lives. And they never have to go get fertilized again. So there's not that many of the drones, and they don't do anything else. They're like good for nothing men who their only use in life is to fool around with the queen. So, ready? Let's try it. So
it's a male harem.
The first thing we do is we knock down the bees a little to get them away from the hole. Then take that away. So there's some bees down in the bottom there already. And now we do this. And we literally dump out bees. You want to come get a shot of what the bottom of this hive looks like?
No, I don't want to get stung.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Come on. You can do it. There's still quite a few in there. I need to bounce them around a little more. Here, come on over here and get a shot at straight down.
Yeah, I can see. No, I don't want to get this close. It's very unsettling for me. I got stung last year and I still remember the pain.
So there's a bee on my hand right now.
Just let it hang out.
Doesn't seem to be stinging me.
No, if it's not threatened, it won't sting you. It's probably just, it's a drone, isn't it? Doesn't it?
It's not a drone, it's a worker bee, which is what most of them are.
Oh, he just crawled off.
And then,
just act like a flower.
I think, gosh, there's still really, really a lot.
Yeah, you got to be more aggressive.
I need to be more aggressive, for sure.
Oh, look, they're falling out. Shake it. Like side to side, perhaps. That's it. It's like you're peppering bees.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Hundreds of bees are still in the box, though.
Yeah, they're cozy.
You can hear them. It's an incredible sound.
Can you shake the box a bit from side to side? Oh, look, they're coming out now. Yeah, it's just like a giant pepper mill.
Getting there. Definitely getting there.
I've got bees landing on me. Yeah, I mean, they're jumping onto that frame.
So,
Agnes, if I were you, I would move.
At some point, you kind of get all the bees out that you can get out by shaking. So, at some point, and that point is probably about now, we can just put this down.
And they'll find their way?
They'll find their way. The only opening into the hive is on this side, and it's an opening that's about 1 inch long and 1/2 inch tall. And that's typically what you'll do when a hive is new and they're still trying to figure it out, because the bees need to guard the entrance to the hive.
Oh, I see.
So the only opening is right there. And if you give them just a small opening like that, then they can guard a small entrance. So now I've got these other frames that I need to put in, but I need to do it very, very gently, because there's a massive pile of bees at the bottom, and I do not want to crush any bees. The other thing you'll see them doing, some bees here, is they're fanning their wings. And that's to try to keep the temperature where they want it. So I've got 2 more of these to put in.
Agnes, get away.
I'm gonna put one of these in.
Dude, you're gonna get stung.
I'm gonna put one of those in, like that.
I think Agnes just got stung.
Agnes, go on. Go on,
Out,
Agnes.
out.
And then,
I think she just got stung.
all right.
She just jumped.
And then, then
Well, I hope
what we
she's an
do is,
allergy.
we take the queen, and now she's just got this cage in front of her. We need to make sure that the cage is accessible to the other bees so that they can feed her. So what we do is we kind of bend this metal tab around so it's kind of 90 degrees out or so, like that, and hang it down here on
Back off, Agnes.
one of these frames like this. Then I brought a piece of tape out. I'm going to tape it down so the queen is just there. Then I'm going to move this bar over so the queen is really right in between those 2 frames. And then I need to make sure this is clean. Flour on there. Need to make sure that's clean. And then this goes in.
Careful, there's a bee right where your hand is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And the queen is right in between 2 frames there. And you want to try to make a kind of even spacing between the frames. And it come take a shot here, and you can see, looking down now, the bees are kind of spreading out among the various frames. Now, this is
A lot of buzzing.
This is a pollen patty,
Ooh.
and this is bee food when you're still early in the season and there's not a ton of nectar out there in the world for them to collect, and they're not really quite used to their home yet. So I'm going to put that right there. And then the next thing is this, which is a top feeder, and I've loaded it up already with about 2 gallons of sugar syrup. And as I mentioned, the original mixture was about 2 gallons of water and 20 pounds of sugar. Oh, there's a bee right there. Can you please move, bee? Can you move?
I'm not moving him.
Can you move him?
I can move him with my foot.
No.
No, I don't want to get stung.
Oh,
Just
move the bee. Just.
that's it. Oh, there's another one.
Okay, he
Okay,
went
take
down.
her.
Okay, so there's the top feeder sitting right on top, and I'm going to come out in a little bit and strap all this down in case there's wind. You can see I did a sort of goofy camouflage paint job on it. And then this is the top. This is the top cover. Goes like that. And there we go. The package of bees is installed. I'll come out in a couple of days and extricate the queen from her cage, and I'll mark the queen at that time. There's still quite a lot of bees in the box, in the original package, but hopefully they will, you can see, hopefully they will make their way out soon. And in a couple of months, we'll add some things and we'll start making honey. All right, we did it.
Okay.